why are bed bugs important to study? Well, first off, they're obligatory hematophagous insects. What's hematophagous? It means that they're blood feeding, right? So the only way that they can eat is by eating your blood. Back in the 1950s, we used DDT to eliminate infestations, and we thought we basically eliminated all bed bugs, but we were wrong. So they actually got resistance to many insecticides, especially the DDT that we used progressively. And then with human global travel, it made it possible for bedbug resurgence to happen globally. Now, with this study, I collected samples from 10 bat lineage feeding bedbugs. So we saw the lineage that's the same species. They feed on bats in caves. And then I also got 10 human feeding lineage, right? So the typical bedbug that you think of when you go to a hotel and you're afraid, right? So we sequenced the genomes of these 10 bat bedbugs and these 10 human bedbugs. Based on these whole genome sequences, we're able to analyze through time how their effective population size changes. The effective population size is quite similar to their census population size. So basically, we're able to see how populations change through time. So what we have here in the dark line is our bat-associated lineage, and in the light line, we have our human-associated lineage. The bat lineage, we did just have kind of our natural comparison, right? Like what would happen if they never jumped onto humans? So what we find is that around 40,000 years ago, you started to see a massive population decline. And this is around the time frame of the last glaciation, right? So the ice sheets are covering up any potential available habitat, so they're all isolated, and those populations decline. As we move through time, again, these are dropping from bats into humans. They're in caves. They're very isolated. Next, the humans, they start to move out of the caves. The glaciers have receded a bit. But again, these human populations are still quite small and isolated. So we continue to see this population decline in both lineages of the human and bat bedbugs. But where it gets really interesting and fun, more recent time and evolutionary timescales, right? These are millions of years old insects. So around 10,000 years ago, it might be hard to see on these screens, but you start to get this blip back up. So the human feeding lineage starts to get bigger. And this actually coincides with the first human cities like that in Mesopotamia. So now you're starting to get larger human population sizes. You're starting to get them in large areas. And with that, your bedbug populations are going to continue to grow. And then as the human populations continue to build cities globally, and the human population density continues to increase globally, we see this incredible, just exponential growth of these human lineage bedbugs at the same time that we are getting this human global expansion. So this is kind of providing the first evidence that bedbugs are truly your first urban pest. And with that, I'd like to thank all of you and my collaborators. Thank you.